Hello, welcome to the stream, everyone. We are here back at Spa Francorchamps, watching the drivers line up on the grid to get ready to start. Final few settings being tweaked on the back end. Make sure no one is broken for the race start, because that'd be unfair. And we will be going very soon. It's a lovely sunny day here in Spa, and we are waiting instantly for the race to get underway. As the final call gets done, we can expect this race to get underway very soon. There is the grid. Juan in P1, Cat P2, Crafter P3, Goose P4, Seas P5, and Tommy P6. Away we go for the formation lap, and the drivers are, well, they're not rushing, that's for sure. There we go, Goose wanting to get this over and done with, obviously. Shooting past everyone, he'll have to give those positions back. Actually, no, he is in the correct place now, he's building up. So that is the grid that you can see there. Juan, Kate, oh, this flipping chat. Crafter, Goose, Seas, Tommy, Michael, Gab, Akuz. All going through radio right now. And the driver's reminded that pole is on the right hand side. So, as we go down Kemmel, we let's have a look at how the drivers are doing. Let's have a look at Michael, person rounding off the grid, no, driver in P7. There seems to be a little bit of damage to Caesar's car. Not Caesar's, Goose's car. And that is a lot of bloom on that sign there. And now we can see the leaderboard. Lovely. Here we are, the Grimes Motorsport. Grimes Automotive, apologies. Mike Locks. Let's have a look at the person in P2 right here. This is the Equip Tram. Now, I wasn't told how to pronounce this name, so I'll pronounce it my best, the best that I can. Equip Tramontaine. We'll have a little bit of a session this here, chat, learning how to say this name. That's definitely Equip, and then Tramontaine is what I think. So here's the grid again. Juan, Kata, iCrafter, Goose, Seas, Tumio, Mike Locks, Gabby, and Akuz. Apparently the safety car's DNF'd. So we'll have a look at the leader. Who is Juan, in case you forgot. And as they round the final corner, we'll go on to this static camera. And we'll wait to see how they get along. Actually, while we're waiting, because they're doing a poll, we will get it all sorted. Oh, we're going now. Extra formation lap. Extra formation lap. Red flag. So something has happened. Don't ask me what's happened. I don't exactly know. Red flag. Something has gone wrong. I'm going to be teleported again. I guess I can use this time to do a little bit of prep that my game ever so kindly didn't give me time for. Because my game kicks me out of the server, in case you guys were wondering. Accuse and iCrafter. Good. Let's have a look at the leader. Here we go. This one. Let's see them set off again. And it's away we go for the formation lap. No, I will be a bit faster when it comes to the actual changing camera, but we will just have to wait one more time for this group of cars to go right around the circuit. Once more. Gap a little bit wide. The range of engines that you can hear. It's an interesting sound. Every car here has a different engine with different settings and different makeups. So it's all different. And you can hear it. You can hear it, that's for sure. As we go through Brussels once more, let's have a look at how Tumi is doing. Alrighty. I'm already looking at Tumi, that's why I can't move on to him. Oh joys. Why have they all slowed down? Something's happened to Goose. That might be reported afterwards, because now Michael's been pushed back by Gab. Gab should not be in front of Michael. What has caused Goose to be so wide? I don't exactly know. But, well, this is Goose. Very, very far behind the leaders, which have been slowed down. You can hear them here. Goose very, very wide. It doesn't need to be this wide, but he is. Hopefully he can sort his computer out if he's having computer issues. Anywho, we are just going through Blanchimont now. And the drivers are preparing their tyres. And we are having a lot of lag, that's for sure. Around we go through the chicane. That's the official name, by the way, the chicane. And let's just have a look at what the drivers get up to. Green flag as we go through. How are the drivers going to line up? Let's have a look at C's. Going through into turn 1 on the inside. Look up from the orange car, Michael Ox. C's crashing into Goose. Goose going a little bit left, and there's been a collision already with Cat is all the way down the bottom of the pack. Their car in the wall. Goose spun it. Goose is in the wall. What's happened to Goose? Goose, he saved it, but that is an unsafe rejoin from Goose, pushing Accuse slightly off. You can see Cat in the background having well, with their car heavily damaged. Goose, though, getting it all manners of wrong through Rouge. going sideways, keeping it out the barrier spectacularly, making use of all of the extra runoff that is through there. Smoke screen is being put up by one of the drivers, Mike Locks, right there. His car putting up an amazing smoke screen. This isn't CSGO though, and it's just hindering the drivers behind. You can see Gab trying to push his enemy in front to get a little bit faster. Tumi's off. Tumi's had contact. He's in the wall, and that's going to be a lot of damage. Not sure if his radiator is going to be all right. The Kwai Racing driver is now another fatality. Well, not fatality. Another injured car going around the track, trying to get back to the pit lane. You see Kate in the background. They're hopping over the curb. Let's get back to the action at the front. Goose having a lot of contact at the first corner had contact with C's, and then had contact with pretty much everyone else. He is still driving in a straight line somehow at the back of the pack though. Let's have a look at Gab, who is still trying to get past the driver in front. The driver in front is now his teammate Akuz, and they round the chicane to start lap 2. Off track goes Goose, and off track goes Gab. Goose planting the throttle and just going sideways straight on. Around we go. Let's have a look at the onboard of Gab. See how Gab is doing with it. Now, this is interesting. Gab's team isn't actually put down, so I don't have anything for his team, which is unfortunate. Means his team shouldn't actually be racing, but it is, and that is the realism. Down into Le Com, we see Gab very close to his teammate Akuz in front, only a few thousandths of a second separate them, about 4 thousandths. Nose to bumper right there into Brussels. Round into Jackie X, and Gab keeping his car steady, but Akuz keeping his car on the edge of grip, just where you want it to be, and he's slightly pushing it over the edge. And that's Michael. Michael, from the lead of the race, he has spun it through the Puon. Double left is what the locals call it. Of course, they don't say double left, they say it in... that's C's. C's off in the gravel. He's got it going again, and he will keep his car, hopefully, back on track. That is not what C's wanted to do. Down into 7th now for C's. Everyone having a lot of issues now as we enter almost 1/4 of the race. As a driver in front having a lot of smoke pop up. I think that might be Michael. Has Michael got some damage on his car? No, it's Crafter. Crafter pumping out smoke like an old steam engine. Of course, these cars aren't steam engines. They run on race fuel. And they're limited to 60 litres maximum. Gab pulling out in front. Going down the inside. Getting in front of Akuz. Nice and clean little lockup. And he is in front for the straight down to Rouge. Let's have a look at Akuz. How is Akuz going to try and get back? Are they going to make contact? No, they don't. Nice separation through there. Lots of speed for Akuz. And now he has the drag right through Camel, down the Camel straight. How is this going to happen? Let's ride on board with Akuz. Teammates with Gabby. Gab only 200 feet away. As we get to the end of Camel, and they're trying to fight down the leader here, Mike Locks, who is currently P1. Starting P7, now P1. This trio of drivers, the back 3, now the front 3. With a pretty neat gap to P2, might I add as well. Michael Locks still pumping out smoke behind his car. I don't know if the other drivers can see that or if that's just us, but it is definitely there for us. That's all I can say. And these drivers will be very cautious if they have the smoke as well as we go through Piff Path and into Campus. Michael getting very wide there into the gravel, stays in front, but he's put all manners of off onto these next few corners through Paul Freire. Michael moving down to P2, he gets nipped by Akuz as well, who moves up into P2. This trio very close to each other as we follow Akuz through Blanchimont. Oh, Akuz and Michael very wide that corner there into chicane. Gab leading the Grand Prix now. Watching these two drivers, almost a collision between Michael and Akuz. Akuz a little bit squirrely on the exit there. Gab pumping smoke out of his car as well now as we enter another lap, lap 5. And it's not a lapped race, it is a timed race. Speaking of time, 10 minutes has gone. What time are we going to have for the race? The race ends when it gets to 40 minutes. We've had 1/4. iCrafter goes off and something has happened to Michael just there. His time slowed down and he cuts a little bit of Eau Rouge off, and he far behind Akuz, who is trying still to get alongside Gab. Is he going to make it into Le Combe? It looks like he's made it stick, and there's been a contact between the three of them. What's happened there? I think a little bit decent, and Michael's gone sideways. That's not the right Michael, that's Melachlejo. Apologies, severe apologies, I just butchered your name. Michael, he spun it, and he is now very far behind the front two drivers. He's been caught up by Goose. If you remember, that Goose was not having a great time around this track, but oh, look at how wide Goose is. Goose very, very wide through that last corner, and he's almost spun it. Nice recovery there through Piff Path from Goose, but he's having a nasty lap that Goose is having. And well, let's have a look at what the top two are doing. Gab still in the lead pack, the pack of these two, fighting his teammate who's just gone a little bit wide. Actually, he's gone very wide. That is not where you want to be. Akuz now P2. He's just gone straight on at Blanchimont, and he's entering the pits. He is lap 5, minute 12. He's entering the pits. He's going to get a fresh set of rubber. Is anyone else going to enter the pits behind him? Let's have a look. This is Tumi. Michael is staying out. Goose is staying out as well. Tumi, I think he's already had a pit stop, same as Michael, I think. He is, they're both very far behind. Kate as well. The last driver I think who hasn't had a pit stop is iCrafter. So that means the top 5 have had no pit stops, and they will still need to have a pit stop because, well, these tyres wear out quite quickly, I have a feeling. Especially with how wide Goose has been the past few laps, and yeah, Timmy's doing quite well actually. Let's have a look at Goose though. Speaking of Goose, I was before. How is he going to do Le Combe? Very wide. His car turning when he wants it to, but at the same time, he's not hitting the apex at Le Combe. Melmany was quite nice through Brussels, hugging the inside curb. I can't see if that's what you want or not want to do, because I don't take that corner well. Through Speaker's Corner, you can see the commentary box up there, which is where the name gets its name. The corner gets its name from. Into double left, Goose just shifting his car sideways. Let's have a look at how Seas is doing with his fight with a Akuz. These two drivers trying to move up the leaderboard. Sees' car just a little bit quieter than Tommy's car, actually. Nice hum to it. Through Piff Paff we go, though. Into what some people call Stavaloy, but is officially named Campus now. Sees is losing time to Akuz. We can say that. Maybe it's strategy. As Crafter goes very wide there, I don't know what's happening. He's kicked up a lot of dust though. And you can see him there. That's just his tyre. Or, well, not fine, but yes. It's typical for this race so far. So, this race is stretching out a bit. The field spread is definitely settling in as Seas is trying to get to Akuz. Michael, we'll run down the order. Gabby, Michael, Goose, Akuz, Seas, iCrafter, Kate, Tommy, and car number 12 has DNF'd. Don't exactly. I couldn't tell you who that would be because they weren't on the grid. But through we go. Seas jumping his car through Rouge and Radion. You love to see it through down the Camel Straight. Yes. Ignore Kuz's car doing magic tricks. This is a very intensive server. Kind of a 955 though. Seas keeping it consistent. The gap is staying about the same. And all you can ask for in an endurance race is consistency. When you start pushing and not doing what you're comfortable with, that's when you make mistakes. And you don't want to make a mistake because it will cost you big time in any race. As Seas goes a little bit wide there. Let's have a look at how the Goose is doing. Screaming through the corner there. As my second screen decides to turn off. It's been a long day and it's got bored. Through we go, through Bloshimon though. Rear tyres locked on. Yeah. That is a little bit of a severed desync. Anyway, through we go, through the little sector here. You can see P2 up in front, which is Michael Ox. He is 18 seconds behind Gab, which is not where you want to be. The second equipped Tramontaine has DNF'd. Something has gone wrong with their cars, and well, their race is over. Goose sideways, cutting the corner a little bit. That's not exactly how you want to take a Rouge or Radion. Seas in for repairs and another set of rubber. He will move down the order. And, well, everyone is settling into their own space on track. That is for sure. Akuz, though, lingering behind Goose. And, well, we just wait until something happens. I couldn't tell you if Akuz is getting closer. It looks like they are on the timing screen, on the timing board there. Through Piff Paff. This car's getting very sideways. I don't know how he's controlling it. He's definitely gone for an oversteery looking setup that the Goose has. Which you'd want oversteer on this track, because that means you'd be able to run a low downforce setup, get very high speeds in the top end, straights, and you'd be able to turn in the corners. But you just want to be careful, because if you go too much, you can have a fate worse than that. You might not go just sideways. You might actually spin around into a wall. Very sideways there was Goose, and Akuz now just a few seconds behind. There is Akuz through La Source up to Eau Rouge we go now. Over the bridge, round Eau Rouge, round Radeon 1. Radeon 2, very nice, very clean there. And straight down Kemmel we go. Running on board with Akuz though. Will we be able to see anything? We can definitely see Goose getting a lot of dust kicked in the air. And a lot of dirt kicked in the air. And round the drivers continue. Akuz catching up to Goose. Lap 9. A little bit on the dirt there. And the gravel. But currently, keeping it very clean inside the white lines. Goose pushing it to the limit, that is for sure. That is what you want to do. You want to push your car to the limit. you want to find the limit. That's what you want to do. You cannot go over the limit at any point. But right here, though, this battle heating up. Akuz is now behind the Goose. The red car versus the blue car. An old advert said that they had a race. And, well, they're certainly racing now. Up through we go. Blanchimont up ahead. Akuz is surely not going to go for an overtake through Blanchimont. Yes, he does, and he's done it. Round Blanchimont they both go. They both look to go just a tad wide. Braking very hard into the right-hander of the chicane, the left-hander of the chicane. Chicane is 2 corners. That is why there's 2 corners in the chicane. And Akuz now P2. Made up before the chicane, so we can say that. An amazing overtake there from Akuz on Goose. And Goose now getting fresh rubber on his car. Up runner Rouge. Is he going to make it clean? He is going to make it clean. Using all the track around Kemmel. Down the Kemmel straight. We can see P1 and P2 up ahead. Something's happened to them. Let's have a look at Gab. He's gone off. Michael has overtaken because Gab's gone off, and something has happened to cause these 2 drivers to just slow down so much. Maybe they've had a pit stop. I don't... Nah, they couldn't have had a pit stop that quickly. These 2 drivers, though, for sure, they are not as far ahead as they used to be. Around Prawn we go. And Gab is now going to look at how to overtake Michael through Pef Path, smoke pouring off Michael's car. That might just be desync though. I am almost positive that it is, but smoke on our screen. Through Campus, Gab trying to do the switch back to the outside. Michael getting a bit sideways. That gives Gab the run up to Blanchimont. What's going to happen side by side? Is Gab going to do what Akuz did? No, he cannot. Michael with the inside line. Gab now with the inside line through Blanchimont. They both keep it clean just about. Gab looking like he gives out a little bit into chicane. Who's going to brake later? They both brake about the same. Michael very sideways. Michael's had a moment. He's gone sideways and he's oversteered, and that's given Gab the P1 again. These 2 fighting very, very tooth and nail. Tooth and nail? We'll say tooth and nail. Through La Source we go. These 2 drivers very close to each other. What's going to happen as we go through a Rouge? Akuz trying to join in the fight as well. You can see Tumi just moving up there. He's going to be lapped. He'll be shown the blue flag soon, as Gab overtakes him, well, laps him, as Michael laps him. And down into Le Combe we go. Let's have a look at how Michael is doing. And it's now a three-way fight almost for the lead again. Michael just over a second behind Gab. You can see that massive thing of smoke from his front tyres. Don't know what's going on with his tyres, but on our screen it's definitely not the healthiest situation. And that is not the healthiest situation. If that is what he's got, that is not, it's impressive how he's keeping his car in a straight line if he's got that damage. Through Piff Paff, very wide, missing the apex is Michael. Into Campus. Through Stavelot 2. Paul Ferrari. And Michael's just losing time. Akuz is now gaining on him. Akuz is 1 second back. Let's ride on board with Akuz as we go into the chicane. But Akuz very wide. Similar speeds. Michael a lot slower though. Good exit. And around we go. Safety car's been deployed. Someone's had a crash. Don't know where. I think maybe Tumi's had a moment. We'll have a look at Tumi. Tumi's had a moment at the top of Eau Rouge. Oh, what a noise. That is so unsettling. Where is that? Oh, just before. Look, just after Blanchimont and before the chicane. He's obviously had him off at Blanchimont. That's not what you want. Your teammate passing you in your moment of need. See, he's trying to make up positions. He makes it up to P5 probably by the time see, Goose gets out. Yep, P5. 13 minutes left of the race. And we've got a safety car here at Spa. Let's have a look at where Michael is. Michael in the pit lane. No, Michael not in the pit lane. What am I talking about? No, he is P2. He might want to enter the pit lane this lap. If not, everyone behind him will have much fresher tyres than him. Through Blanchimont. Akuz can't overtake because the safety car is out. When he's using every bit of track, Akuz is trying to overtake. As we go through the yellow flags, apologies about that. Akuz went for the overtake under the safety car. That makes no sense. Into the pit lane comes Michael and Akuz though. Gab not in the pit lane. He gets picked up by the safety car. And this race is stopped effectively. No overtaking can be done. And just need to wait for the incident to be cleared up now. This is your leader, Gab. Gab's been leading the race for a few laps now. He had previously had a massive fight with Michael Ox for P1. Gab started P8, if I believe, if I remember correctly, and He's done well to get up to P1. Kept it semi-clean through the first corner, the very messy first corner and first corner exit. Fighting his way through the pack, and oh, there you go. There's his teammate Akuz getting out in front of Michael Lux as we wait for the race to get under going again. You can hear that engine roaring, more screaming from Michael's car. Sounds like it's got the VTEC from Honda in it. Very tinny sounding, that's for sure. Goose catching up as well. 10 minutes left in the race. These drivers will be wanting to get going once more very soon. Every moment under the safety car is another moment where the tyres cool down and the brakes cool down. That car from C's roaring past the camera. As our lag just continues with the server. I expect the safety car to enter the pits again next lap. Seeing all these different cars does fill me with a little sense of joy. Oh, they're all so different, but at the same time, well, I would say all similar, but yeah, that pink one is not exactly the most similar to this one in the center of frame. Still, something different. At least we know which car's his, you know? It's the stricken Tumi. All the drivers going off track to get around it. Tumi will have to reset his car at some point. Goose warming up his tyres, C's warming up his tyres. The driver's obviously getting a little bit anxious, wanting to get going. Let's have a look at Tumi. Engine is now off, but he is not moving. Let's have a look at Goose. Some extreme tyre warming strats there. Of course, it is only warming the rear tyres, the ones which are powering his vehicle. You can see Kraft up behind. Now, a lot of these cars are a lap down. No, they are not. They are all on the same lap now. Interesting. I didn't see anyone get past the safety car, but my eyes might deceive me. Correct me if I'm wrong. I won't be able to see if you do correct me. But I don't think Gab has had a pit stop yet. Everyone else, though, has had a pit stop. I think Gab will have a deficit this restart. It's unfortunate because he is currently in the lead of the race. Through speaker corner, you can see the two blue and pink cars, the two vibrant cars, warming up their tyres. putting energy through their tyres. Does mean they wear out faster, but it means they're hotter. So everything has a trade-off, and they're obviously deciding that they like warmer tyres. Safety car in this lap. We can expect the safety car lights to turn off very soon. And the pack will then bunch up. We will ride on board with Kuz in a few corners. Let's have a look at Kuz, focus the cameras on him. As P2, he has a chance to get past his teammate and current race leader. As Goose continues to throw his car sideways. You can hear the hum of the turbochargers. Riding on board with a Kuz. They should have separated from the safety car by now, long ago. When is the green flag going to be called? Green. Let's have a look at Kraft at the back of the pack. Michael, P3. Is Michael going to get a overtake, or is he going to be overtaken? Michael, what? iCrafter shoots it up the inside, and Michael's punted off a Kuz. Kuz falling down to the very back of the order. He's not going to be happy with that. He might have damage from that. Goose sniffing up the inside of Michael, decides not to go for it through a rouge. And 1, 2, 3, 4 cars, 5, 6 cars still racing. 6 cars on the straight. What's happened to iCrafter? iCrafter very sideways. Akuz also sideways. Maybe the two had a little bit of contact and lag. Akuz around the outside. He just about makes it. Contact between the two again. That makes Akuz very sideways again on the exit. iCrafter getting a little bit of dust brought up, and he is well, these two drivers not exactly in the cleanest of fights right now. A little bit sideways from Akuz on the exit of Brussels through Speaker Corner. Akuz getting a bit far off track from where you want to be. Let's have a look at Akuz on board now as we go through double left, or commonly known as Puon. You can see that gap to Crafter has grown to about 2 seconds now. And the gap out in front is about 3 seconds, and then the gap to Goose is back to about 2 seconds now. As I say that, 3 seconds, 4 seconds, it's going by the second. You can hear the difference in the engines Goose and C's have. Very wide there from Goose, a little bit wide from C's there. Keeps it within the timing lines though, does C's. Goose though, he's taken the track. He's looked at the scoring for the off-track sectors and went, I think I will make my own. Almost drifting it around that corner there is Goose through turn 1. Same with C's on the exit. Very oversteery looks that car. Gab though, he's just opened a massive. That is not what you want from Goose there. 2 massive moments through Radial. Yeah, Gab making that gap massive in that first lap. Crafter fallen back down to P5. Right, man, such a great exit from a great restart. C's though falling a bit behind Goose. Goose managing to keep his car going forwards. Somehow he's had so many oversteer moments, it's unreal. The gap between Michael and Gab is staying a bit. Oh, it's falling now. I was going to say it's staying about 6 seconds, but no, it's falling. 7 seconds. Where's Michael? Why is the time not updating for Michael? Michael is driving, apparently, the exact same speed as Gab, because the time is not updating, which is quite funny. Hopefully, that doesn't mean that the bot's about to break. In fact, it's not updating anyone. Interesting. Lap 17 now. Final lap. Let's have a look at the race leader going through La Source. And surely I haven't just lost connection to the server. This happened again. Technical difficulties. So it turns out the server crashed. Just waiting to see an official word on whether the race will be restarted. Driver info. Race will not resume, but the full points will be awarded. So it looks like Gab did win the race. Of course, it was very close. If he was just a few seconds slower that lap, he would have definitely just won the race. Unfortunate there for the drivers. Of course, not getting the full race distance is unfortunate. We'll fly the checkered flag, but well, that is what will happen. So we've had a lot of action that race, a lot of mayhem, and a lot of crazy internet stuff has happened. Of course, 2 drivers DNFing, 3 drivers DNFing, 2 just outright losing connection to the server early in the race. We've got more action to come though today. If you stay on the Twitch, twitch.tv/BeamGP, or go over to the YouTube, youtube.com/@BeamGrandPrix, and to the live section, you can catch our next live very soon. Catch you there. Bye bye.